Hi, this is Barry Enerson from the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room. It is Friday, May the 1st. This is the address to get into the room. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Pretty active day in the room. First one to go over was VLTC Voltari. And this is one that I actually took yesterday. It wasn't easy. If you watch the video, you know that I was really wanting to perhaps swing this one. I'd already traded a couple of times during the day, but I'd said that if it could hold $11, that I thought that it had a great chance to for some continuation. Again, if you take a look at the daily chart on this, this you can't really see this. Well, wait a minute. Now you can. Here's today's candle right there. But this is yesterday. So here's the big pullback. Here's yesterday, and I just thought that this would look too good to pass up for a lot of people, including myself, as something that would have at least one more day of continuation. You know, the big pullback and then one big pop, getting people some confidence or giving some people some confidence that they could go into this trade at least for a day and make some money on it. So um, I did end up taking the trade right here at 11:15. I watched it come down here, 1074, and then it regained 11, kind of popped around this area, and I thought, okay, it's going to hang tough. Wasn't much time left in the market. Everything's great, and then look what happened. The last two candles, maybe that's three candles, so must be 15 minutes left. Well, this one, okay. But then this shocked the heck out of me, and I didn't really see it. I was doing something else, and I actually missed this. I saw it right around here when the market closed. I took a look and I said, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" But I decided, I had a half a mind to get rid of it in the post market. But I just decided uh, that daily chart just looked too good. I just thought there would be one more day, and I definitely got rewarded. In the pre-market, you can see that it got up to 1190 and was around this area. So of course I'm in at 1115, so it gave me a lot of confidence. This little bit of nonsense here, I don't. Again, I let down to almost my buy and then back up. But anyway, here's the opening of volume can or volume bar. Excuse me, trying to find the direction, and then right here I decided to sell some 1219. Remember, I'm in at 1115, so I wanted to get it over $1. And here is where we really were hoping that it was going to break through 13 and maybe continue on. It just didn't happen. Hit a wall at 13 and started to come down, so I exited at 1247. But in less than 30 minutes, my day was basically made. So a nice trade to start the day for sure. Got lucky, I have to admit, because I definitely was thinking about getting rid of it right here in the post market. Anyway. Now, today I had decided that I was really going to concentrate on the 30-minute opening breaks. And by that I mean, I got a few, I had a few of them yesterday, and I sort of lost sight of them. And eventually, most of them did very well. Today was a different story, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to change my thinking on Friday for Monday or Tuesday or next week, because I really think it's a great plan. And my concept is, or my theory is this, is that when you see the opening 30-minute break, half the time, I mean, I'm not really taking the trade right off the bat because, I don't want to trade this sort of a pattern. So I'm going to watch it a little bit. Now, I have to admit, I did take it right here. I mean, after having said that, I did take it right there, and I got spanked. I took the trade right here at, I think the break was, I have it marked here, 1160 was the actual opening 30-minute break. And so I took the trade right there at 1163. One of the reasons I did that was that the market was very positive today, and I just thought, okay, if I'm going to kind of chase a stock, excuse me, on a strategy, then when the market is really up, this is, excuse me, this is the time to do it. It just didn't work. So I got out of it right here at 1150. So I took a 13-cent loss on it. Watch it come back. Now, this is what I was saying though. I wanted to keep watching these stocks all day long because there were a couple yesterday that maybe didn't drop quite as dramatically, but they would hit you got the alert, and then maybe they just sat for a while, and I lost sight of them. And then later, I think AST was the one I really was upset about, and it almost put on $1, and it's an $11 stock. So I didn't want to lose sight of these. So when this happened, I put my alert in again at 1160 in my platform so that I knew this was. I saw it pop up through here, but came right back down, and then this really took off. So I thought, okay, maybe it's ready. So I got into the trade at 1175. Said in the room that it's going to have a tough time breaking a 12. It hit a high of 1198, and that's exactly what happened. So I sold some. Actually, it was probably right there at 1190, just in case, and it didn't break through. And then I sold the balance at 1175 at my buy, and it's really done nothing since then. So, it just didn't work today, but it doesn't mean I throw out the concept of doing that. Next one, CTCT. This one came from one of my old reliables that I will still watch. Again, I'm looking for stocks that have been really beaten up in a dollar sense, not just in a percentage sense, and especially in a dollar sense. So CTCT, we saw that in the pre-market. It was just, here's where, see, where did it close yesterday? It closed right here at 34.84, and waking up to it's down 4, and then it's continuing down. So excuse me, this was one that we definitely wanted to watch. And no, I missed this here. I did not get into it here, and I took the first trade. Let me make sure I've got this right. Yeah, I took the trade at 26.23 on this upward movement here, through the whole number of 26. I was a little bit late. Probably should have got in, well, just over the whole number. But this is where I got in. I think it was pretty spready at the time. And I actually exited. I don't have it marked here, but I actually exited at 26.25 for basically no gain. It just didn't look like it wanted to pop. But I kept watching it, and this little pullback, and then the spread. What really again kind of tied me into it more was that the spread it tightened a bit. And so right around here, I said in the room, it looks like it's ready to break out. And I took the trade at 26.48 right there. And I exited at, let's see, I know I have a couple of exit points. 27.15, I exited right there at 27.15. You see how it broke out through 27, and we were really hoping, of course, that there's 27.38 that it was going to continue. As it pulled back down, though, I decided to exit at 27.15, and I don't know why I don't have it marked here, but I was out the balance at 26. Maybe I'd have it. Oh, I know why. I'm out the balance at 26.80. Right about there. Yes, what happened is it came down and it popped up a little bit, and so right there I decided to get out of the trade, and then it came back down, and now it's just kind of chopping around, but not a bad trade, but I did like this little action around the 50-cent mark, a little pullback, little pop up, and then and the spread. Again, for me, the big thing was that the spread tightened, and I didn't have to worry about trying to get in at 50 cents and the bid being at 20 cents, so you're already down 30 cents on the trade, according to your P&L, which is always tough to look at. Okay, here was another one that did not work. ASC was another one of the 60-minute breaks that did not work. Now, this one, the break was at 12:30. One of my alerts going off. Let me just check to see which one it is. It might be, oh, IMR again. Yeah, it's teasing me again. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it, but let me get back to the video. So with ASC, the actual break was at 12:39. And again, when did it break? It broke fairly soon here, and I took the trade really late. I mean, no question, it was very late. Plus, there was very little volume. Now I remember, it was only 195,000 shares. I think at this point it was only about 50,000 shares, maybe 60,000 shares. Spread wasn't awful though, and again, that's what got me into the trade. The spread wasn't terrible for a stock that, excuse me, only had about 60,000 shares traded. So I took the trade right here at 12.50. It looked good. It looked good for a little bit. 1261. It looked like it might have some legs in it. Again, I took. Uh, I mean, this is the sort of pattern I will take. And I didn't consider. I sort of thought it was a chase, but again, with respect to kind of maintaining your focus on these 30-minute opening range breaks, you see how I didn't take it here. I let it pull back and then it popped through. So on the second time through, that's when I jumped on. And again, the market was strong today, so I thought, okay, well, this could have some good continuation. The bottom line is that it didn't work either. I took a loss at 9 cent loss, 1241. I exited, and it is really collapsed. So the 30-minute opening range breaks really did not work well today, I have to admit. But doesn't mean that they won't work next week. And you have to understand, I mean, when we do the odds maker, when we look at the odds maker and we run the odds maker on it, it might be 66% successful. That means that you're going to have a third of your trades won't work. It's just, but the idea though is that you minimize your losses on the ones that don't work. You don't sit on it down to here. You don't say, ah, heck, it'll come back and because I remember one day one of these things did come back all the way and it ran $5 after that. Yeah, it can happen, but this can happen too. And you do enough of these and it really destroys your confidence in trading. So that's why I'm pretty quick to exit things. And yeah, did I look at this and say, oh, heck, I wish I had kept it, but then this happened. So you just have to really maintain discipline in trading, especially on your losses. Because with the odds maker, you just cut your losses, cut them when they tell you to get out of the trade, and then you don't have to worry about losing a dollar on a trade when you really only should have lost 15 cents. All right, sorry about that. ABAX. This was another one that was in the up and down most. I noticed this one fairly late in the day. Took the trade right. Let's expand this. Maybe it'd be easier to see. Here we go. So I saw this right here, and you see it's at $55. I was watching it come down to $55. Now, the only thing that kind of gave me pause for thought was this we already had a little bit of a bounce. I really don't, and we had one here too. Now we're putting in lower highs, which is never a good thing. And so if I was going to take this trade, I knew this was probably only going to be good for 50 or 60 cents max. I mean, you never know. It could have continued and taken out this, but it already had a couple of pops, and so, but it intrigued me because it held the whole number 55, and so I decided to take the trade right here at 55.18, and I sold some right here at 55.50. It looked good. It got up to 55.88, but this was another spready one. I mean, so this is a little unrealistic because even though it was 55.88, it's not like the bid was 55.87. It was probably 55.60. It was another real spready one. And then on this action right here, I was very lucky actually to get out. Because I was doing other things, and it looked like it was holding pretty tight at 55.65, and I sort of not watching it as closely. But luckily, this candle caught my eye, and I was able to exit at 55.30. So that was it. Pretty active day, and now it's fun time for me. There's still an hour. Actually, I did this video fairly early, an hour. So there's about an hour and 45 minutes left in the market. So now I might do some more trading. We'll have to see, but that's it. So everyone, I hope everyone has a great weekend. I think summer's finally here in Boston. I think it's going to be 70 odd degrees this weekend, so finally get some warmth. And just bring back the cover page again. Here's how to get into the room. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the trading room on Monday.